I've never hated an anime just because it's popular, but I see it happen all the time in the anime community. The question is, why? Why do we love to hate anime that is popular? Well, we're going to look at three reasons why, and one of them involves a very huge word I have never seen in my life.
Okay.
The first reason is a fancy word called contrarianism. And contrarianism is the practice or belief in taking an opposing view to the majority opinion or prevailing wisdom, often to challenge the status quo, sounds familiar, foster independent thought, or profit from going against the crowd.
You're correct, sir.
So contrarianism makes people feel special. When everyone loves something, disagreeing makes persons feel unique. If 10 million people, for example, are saying that Demon Slayer is the best anime ever, but one individual says that it's actually overrated, it makes them stand out. They are not part of the crowd, so to speak. That individual sees things that we puny humans can't see.
Hate us because they ain't us.
Exactly. They hate us because they ain't us. That's a great saying, okay?
Second, overhype creates impossible expectations. When everyone tells you that something is the greatest thing ever, the greatest anime ever made, anything less than perfection feels disappointed. For example, Solo Leveling had many years of hype before the anime came out, and when it turned out to be a solid action anime but not a masterpiece in some person's eyes, the backlash was immediate. The anime didn't fail though, as we know from what we have seen. The hype just set the bar too high for certain people.
I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
Let's look at the third and final point. Popularity exposes flaws. When an anime blows up, more people are watching it. More people equals more criticism. Let's look at some, for example, popular anime today. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Everyone loves it, but the point is many persons have criticized it for its very straightforward story. One Piece, many persons have problems with the pacing issues. And then Solo Leveling has been described as just as a power fantasies. And these flaws, so-called flaws, were always true. But when a show is very niche, fans tend to overlook these flaws. There are not much persons watching a very niche show for a small audience. So when an anime is mainstream, those same flaws that many persons keep talking about become the main talking point on various forms of social media.
But wait, there's more.
So think about this interesting question. If you criticize a show, popular or not, does that automatically make you a hater? Well, absolutely not, because sometimes a criticism could be very valid. Let's take, for example, again, going back to One Piece. I nearly dropped One Piece because in reality, the pacing is horrible. So, getting to the point is that the problem isn't the criticism itself. It's when criticism by the trolls becomes performative. It's when people hate something because it's popular, not because they genuinely dislike it. For example, there's a big difference between I tried One Piece and the pacing didn't work for me, rather than One Piece is trash and anyone who likes it has bad taste in anime.
He's out of line, but he's right.
And this creates what you call an exhausting cycle. For example, anime gets popular, backlash against it begins, fans get defensive, and everyone's arguing instead of just enjoying their favorite anime.
Hold on! Hold on! This is my favorite! Hold on! Her sister was a witch! Right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
I'm gonna stab him.
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
It's my favorite
She
movie.
wore a crown and she came down in a bubble,
I'm
dog!
not fighting with you.
Grow up,
fighting
bro!
with you.
Grow up!
Get educated.
And it happens with every single popular anime that comes out. I guarantee you, whatever becomes the next big hit in 2026 will follow the exact same pattern. We've seen it with Demon Slayer, we see it with Solo Leveling, and we will see it again in the near future.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, is there a way that we can break this cycle?
How about no?
Well, probably not. As long as anime continues to grow and reach mainstream audiences, this pattern will definitely continue. Popularity breeds scrutiny, scrutiny reveals flaws, and flaws become ammunition for the fancy word we used before, contrarians. But here's what we can do. Recognize when we are criticizing something because we genuinely don't like it versus when we are just tired of hearing about it. The shows that we mentioned before that are very popular, like Demon Slayer, One Piece, and Solo Leveling, are popular for a reason. Millions of people love them and will continue to love them. That doesn't mean that you and I have to love them, but it also doesn't mean they are objectively bad. Sometimes things are just popular, and that's okay.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
So I turn the microphone over to you. What do you think are other reasons why people hate on popular anime? Have you been guilty of hating an anime that was popular? Again, let us know in the comment section below. And coming up on your screen was the most hyped anime of 2020, but yet it vanished. We are talking about God of High School. Whatever happened to that anime? Well, you have to click on that video to find out. But before you do that, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. So thanks for watching, and that's it. Go on.